Hello, I'm Dr. Jada Jackson Hill, Vice President of Care Management for Listeners on Call, and I want to talk a little bit about stress. 77% of Americans report experiencing stress that impacts their physical health, which means their mental wellness, relationships, work life, and finances are potentially impacted as well. Stress has the power to affect every aspect of our lives. And there are three areas to consider when attempting to understand the definition of stress and its internal and external implications. And those three areas are biological, psychological, and social, or we call it biopsychosocial. The internal stress consists of the biological and psychological reactions of one's external environment or the social part of this specific definition. So stress is a very subjective phenomenon and affects all of us very differently. So the big question is, how can we resist internalizing external stressors? Well, let's first identify the external stressors. So that would be highlighting the things that stress us out. So it could be a loss of a loved one, a job or relationship, or divorce, or increased financial responsibilities, a new baby or a new marriage, chronic illness or injury. It could be a new job or the political environment. So once we're able to identify the external stressor, the next step is to decide which coping strategy to use to reduce the stressor impact. And one of my favorite problem-focused coping tools which is in my mental wellness toolbox, is setting healthy boundaries. And the reason that's so important for me is because that's something I can control. I may not be able to control the external stressors, but I can control how I set those boundaries and control how I respond to it. So remember, there are different types of boundaries. There are financial, emotional, psychological, physical, relational, intimate boundaries, and time-related boundaries. And so setting a boundary simply means oftentimes just saying no. And that can be very difficult for some of us. However, more specifically, it means knowing your expectations or your desired outcome for a situation and protect that expectation. Now, another coping tool I like to use is a self-care routine. I personally like checklists and having specific routines to keep things in order. And as simple as it sounds, it really does work. Many of us are overworked, overwhelmed, and overcommitted in most areas of our lives these days. And unfortunately, we do not care for the most important person in the equation, and that would be us. And so take that vacation, take that mental health day, take that long bath, go get that massage, take a walk in the park, go enjoy a Pilates class or whatever it is. But I want to encourage you to take the extra step to take care of you.